Hey, what's up, geeks? This is Bry2J back with episode 16 of Yay Toys. Today's review, continuing the Star Wars Force Awakens theme, is going to be on Captain Phasma. So, Captain Phasma, although she really only had like 2 minutes of screen time in episode 7, she will have a bigger part in 8 and I'm sure in 9. So naturally, Hasbro decided to make a 6-inch version of this figure. It is awesome. I almost didn't pick her up, but now I'm really happy I did. So yeah, let's talk about this figure, and let's see why I picked her up. Okay, so Captain Phasma, she was just under Kylo Ren. She was kind of like the supervisor of all the Knights of Ren, well, the First Order Stormtroopers. So, Captain Phasma was played by Gwendolyn Christie, from Game of Thrones. I know she was very excited and enthusiastic to play this part. She played it well, even though it was only like I said, like 2 minutes of screen time. So, the reason why I picked up this figure, I mean, aside to have it in the display with all the other Force Awakens setup, I'm a really big fan of the costume. I mean, the fact that we got, like, she's kind of like a chrome color. Like, I mean, this is the FN2187 figure, which will be reviewed later on, but, I mean, you see the difference in the color. So, like, he's the typical, you know, Stormtrooper or First Order Trooper color, and she has the chrome. Another thing I really like about this figure is the cape, like the patchwork looking cape. It drapes over really nice, so I'm really a fan of that. She comes with one accessory and one accessory only, and that's her blaster. So, like, hers, because she's a supervisor, I guess, is different than, say, the one that comes with the Stormtroopers, you know. So I love the black wash on top of the gold. It looks really nice. Very nicely sculpted work on that gun. And the cool thing about it is that it plugs in on the hip over here, on the right hip. So if she's not holding it, you don't have to worry because it's nicely attached, you know. So that's pretty cool. And I mean, if you want to have her pose, or it looks like she's about to draw, you know, that looks really cool. I might pose her like that when I'm done with the video. I don't know. But yeah, so this figure is pretty awesome. So yeah, now let's talk about her height and her points of articulation. So here's Captain Phasma standing side by side with Kylo Ren. Now, Captain Phasma is just a drop taller than Kylo. I'm assuming because the helmet is larger. So, I mean, they're both over 6.5 inches tall. But I think she has them by like an extra centimeter or something. So yeah, again, it's probably because of the helmet. Now, as for her articulation, it's very limited on this side because of the cape. I mean, well, I mean, the head still goes all the way around. Can look down okay, not back very much. This arm can go all the way around if it had the cape not being here, as well as go all the way up. So the cape, because it's a semi-hard shell plastic, I mean, it's still kind of pliable, but it's still a hard shell in this area because of the way it's molded. The arm is very limited. But without the cape, it would go out that much, as well as go all the way around. So, her elbows bend in about the same as Kylo. Does have the upper elbow rotation, as well as the hinged wrist, and they go all the way around. She does have a nice diaphragm joint, as well as waist articulation, which mine is a little tight, but can go all the way around. At least I think so. No, I'm sorry, I stand corrected. Actually, no, I think it does go all the way around. Mine is very, very tight. It's kind of hard to tell. Let me see it with Finn. Hold on. So, actually, no. These guys don't have waist articulation. I do apologize for that. I just got the figure recently. I didn't get a chance to pose her. So yeah, no waist articulation, just diaphragm joints. Her legs can't go out very far because of the pieces over here. As well as it can't really kick back or forward too far because of the way it's set up with the bulky armor. She does have a double jointed knee, however. Again, that little slot in there for the gun. She does have the ankle hinge as well as pivot. So those are her points of articulation. Again, I'm sorry, there's no waist articulation. But there is a decent amount of diaphragm joint. I still like the figure. Again, totally worth buying. If you see it, grab it. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess that's it for this video. So if you see her in stores, grab her and say to yourself, yay toys. It's what I do. Well, that just about wraps up this review. You can find me on both Twitter and Instagram at BRI_2J. If you can, please subscribe to my channel on YouTube at YayToys! And for more of your Weekly Geekly, check out InnerCityGeeks.com. With that being said, thanks for watching. Peace. Okay, so I brought Boba Fett out here for a reason. Well, aside from the fact that he looks pretty fucking cool, and I reviewed him a while back for Inner City Geeks back when I was doing hashtag Geek Approved before I converted it to Yay Toys in the start of this year. But the reason why I brought Boba Fett out here is because there were talks, they were saying, critics or fans or whoever were saying that Captain Phasma was going to be this trilogy's Boba Fett. No. There's only one Boba Fett, and it's the Boba Fett that's in this video. The Star Wars Black Series made a Jango Fett. He looks cool. I'll get him eventually, I guess. But, again, there's only one Boba Fett, and that's this guy right here.